All right, take questions for Brad.
I was getting ready to do it with the music in the background. You cutting
cool
that?
with that.
Yeah. Okay. Brad, just first, as far as when you look at the team now, the roster, when you were here earlier in the year, wasn't sure what it was going to be.
Right.
Now we do. Just what do you think about what's been put together here?
It's unreal. It is unreal. You know, credit to Matt, his vision, and him putting that effort forth of wanting to build this team as a winning caliber team. And you know, James and Josh, you know, they stamped it, and so it's amazing to be a part of. This is easily, you know, the best team I've ever been a part of. So I'm mentally checked in, and I'm ready to get going tomorrow.
How excited are you for this?
It's kind of hard to explain, like a kid in a candy store. Like, you're just excited. Hard to put into words. You know, you're just embracing every single moment of it. That's been my approach. You know, I'm very open-minded. You know, I've never been used to change or a fan of change, but this is for the first time, I would say, in my career. I'm like very sitting back and being open-minded to everything, and the transition has been awesome.
Hey, Brad. Kellen Olson, Arizona Sports. Good to see you again. Something we hear a lot about this team is it's described as a work team, and with what you guys have done over the summer already, I'm sure put in a lot of work. And can you back up that sentiment as a new guy that you're not the only guy in the gym, that everyone has this shared collective mentality together?
It's unreal, man, to be a part of it. Like, everybody is you can see the hunger and the drive, and you can see the culture we're trying to build, and, you know, what this organization is trying to push for, you know, and it kind of, it's weird. It's like a contagious effect, you know. You see one guy do it, the next guy's doing it, and it just trickles down as a domino, you know. So ever since, like I said, from day one, once I got the call, Kay and Dev, they were on it of getting in the gym. But not only them, everybody's in the gym, and we're talking early in the morning till late at night. So I'm excited to be a part of a group like this, honestly. Yeah.
David Brandt from the AP. Obviously, you've played now for a while in the NBA, and you've had injuries and different things like that. What do you think about the NBA's kind of new crackdown on rest during the season and trying to get guys on the court? You think that's a good thing, bad thing, indifferent?
I mean, we got to go play. I mean, I understand it from the league perspective. I understand our fight for players as well, and the both. I get it. I mean, at the end of the day, we still got a job to do. We still have, that's what our contract entails, for us to go out and perform and be available for games. So I don't really have a crazy opinion about it. I respect it.
And speaking of wear and tear, if you were considered for a spot in Paris next year for the Olympics, would you want to play for the U.S. team?
Yes, sir. 100%.
Hey, Brad, good to see you. When last we talked about the whole point guard thing and kind of sharing the ball handling duties, we didn't know what the rest of the roster looked like. Now, kind of looking at the shooters you guys have, some of the other guards that you brought in, just how comfortable are you with where the roster is at and kind of the ball handling and the playmaking department?
I mean, I'm very comfortable with it. I mean, it's something that I think all of us, you know, Kev, me, Devin, I mean, we've all had some ball handling responsibilities in our career. I know I've probably had more point guard responsibilities over the last year and a half, 2 years, than any other time. So I think it's not just going to be one guy. We're all going to be leading by committee. Who's ever outletting the ball, who's ever closer gets the rebound. We're all free to push and get our offense initiated. You know, I think that's the biggest thing. Like, if we had a traditional point guard, like, he's not going to be slowing our offense down. Like, yo, holding, like, no, get the ball to Kevin, get the ball to D-Book, and let's get this thing going. So I think we just have that understanding. It'll still be a work in progress. It won't be perfect, but, you know, I think we'll work at it and have a better grasp and understanding what Coach wants us to do and how we want to kind of free flow our offense.
Bradley over here, Trevor Booth with Clutch Points. You said when you got here that this is Book Nation.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he played in Kentucky, he played at Florida, SEC stuff. What do you think just his potential is for his career and the path that he's on right now?
It's crazy to watch his growth, you know, being just a few years older than him, but just to see the caliber level player he is, like, it can only just get better, and that's kind of scary to say. And I'm excited to see that, because I'm going to continue to push him and push him and push him and push him until he can reach that level that we know he can tap into, and whatever that is, because he can still be better. He can still grow. He can still improve, just like I can, just like everybody can. But his I think his sky is unlimited, honestly. And I think he's just now scratching the surface of, and people really waking up and respecting him, respecting his game, and understanding he can carry a team. So he's right there.
Hey, Brad, this is Dave King with SB Nation, Brightside. So there's a new rule this year that you have to play at least 65 games to be considered for all NBA and MVP and you know, awards like that. That can play a big role in future contracts, and you've got a lot of years left in the league. How do you feel about that new rule?
It doesn't bother me, honestly. I mean, the years on my contract are a blessing, but I mean, I'm only 30 years old. Hopefully, I can keep these wheels turning. But I mean, at the end of the day, we have a job to do. I said this a few minutes ago. Like, we still got to go out and do our job. We're signing our contract. We're available to come. Just like we got to come speak to you, we got to go up and show up and play too, just as well. So, I mean, there's a fine line between understanding, you know, as a player, you don't want to push yourself to a limit to where, you know, you can turn being hurt to an injury. You know, you never want that to happen, but you do understand the fan base and understand that, you know, the league, there are fans who drive millions of miles just to come watch you play one time, you know, and for you not to be available that night does suck to that fan. So I get it. I understand it from both sides' perspectives. It may affect some people, but me, it won't. I respect the rule. It is what it is, and I want to try to play all games, so.
Hi, Brad. This is Shayla Krim from Threefold News. Welcome to the Valley. We're all excited for you to be here. How's this transition been for you, your wife, and your boys? And what is something you want Phoenix fans to know about you?
The transition has been great. So I want to thank everybody from our organization to every citizen I've crossed paths with, because they've made our move and our transition here smooth. Your housing market was crazy this summer, I will say. I'm not happy about that, but it's been great. It has been an unbelievable transition. You got to start school out here very early, too. That was another thing. My boys started like first week of August, which is an adjustment. But everything's been great. Everything's been unbelievable. It's, like I said, I'm not used to change, but I've embraced it all. I've been open-minded, and this is better than what I could have imagined.
Got time for 3 more.
Hey, Bradley. Luis Torres here. Nice kicks. Obviously, you've been a Jordan Brand member for a while, but any initial reactions when seeing the book one and just feedback for him and his kind of growing legacy in the
I
secret?
need my pairs. We still Nike family. You know, it is what it is. He knows I need my pairs. And in every flavor he got, I'm a huge fan of it, because that's a kid's dream, man. Every kid wishes, every NBA player wishes they can have their own shoe, you know? And for Nike to take that step for him and to have his own say-so and have his own feel and flesh, like that's every kid's dream. And every kid loves book, you know, and he has an unbelievable story behind it and the creation of it. And I think it was kind of match made. So I'm a fan, and I need my 14s in my locker. So.
Bradley, Brendan Mao from Burn City Sports. With it being your first year here in the Valley, do you have any personal goals besides just winning a championship?
I'm going to hold them to my chest. I feel like in years past I've always said my goals, but I'm going to hold them because I want the team's goals to be louder than what mine are, and they should be, especially at this point in my career. I've done a lot of things, man. I've scored so many points. I've been an All-Star. I've been All-NBA, but like I just one more box I want to check, you know. So I think that takes the crown of everything that I want individually. Obviously, I'm still competitive. I still have my goals, but I'm gonna hold them close to my chest.
Hey, Bradley, Jordan Spurgeon, Sports 360 AZ. During your intro presser, we asked you what it would be like or what you're looking forward to in Phoenix. You said for when it cools down.
Yeah, buddy.
So we finally reached that point a little
buddy.
bit, but touched a little bit on it, you know, adjusting to schools and all that. But what's it really been like for you, adjusting to the heat, adjusting to the Valley, and being a part of this organization?
It's been fun. It's been fun. Like I said before, I've had an open mind to it all. I've embraced everybody. And I feel embraced here. You know, I feel welcomed here. And it's been exciting. You know, from the fans I interact with on a daily to just being in a facility every day, to see the work ethic from everybody, to see everybody just working towards the same common goal. You know, that kind of changes your mental and pushes you to a new level. So, you know, I just thank everybody here, the city, the state, everybody, just for making everything smooth, man. Because from the movers, like I have to move 11 years worth of stuff to to Arizona like that is a hassle. So yeah, that's tough. So I'm definitely got a lot of people to be thankful for. It's been a smooth transition. I'm happy.